Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Toppa Field here in beautiful and historic Newport, Rhode Island, where the Salve Regina University Seahawks are set to take on the Colonels of Curry College in a big Commonwealth Coast Conference men's soccer matchup. Hello again and welcome. I am Andrew Pizzelli bringing you the call here this afternoon. A gorgeous day here in Newport. The sun is out. It is warm, seasonably warm for here in the second day of October, and just a spectacular afternoon for some soccer action here today, and we expect a good one. Third conference game for both sides. Salve Regina 2-0 in conference play, 6-3-1 on the season. The Colonels 4-2-3, 0-1-1 in conference play. That tie coming against Endicott. A bit of an upset there. So these Colonels not to be taken lightly, even though Salve Regina, defending conference champs and unbeaten, 14-0-2 in their last 16 CCC contests. The Colonels will give them every ounce that they have. In net for Curry, it will be Kyle Tremblay. He is 3-2-3 on the season. He was a Defensive Player of the Week for the CCC back on September 20th. Meanwhile, for Salve Regina, they will turn once again to the senior Nathan Reed. He is 5-1-1 in between the pipes for Salve Regina. Seahawks coming off a 5-0 road victory, 5 different scorers in that game. Meanwhile, Curry, they've won 2 in a row versus LaSalle and Mitchell, some non-conference games for the Colonels. In the 2-0 win versus Mitchell, it was Eddie Medina who scored the game winner in the 26th, and then a Mariner own goal in the 80th made it a 2-0 final in favor of Curry. Thank you for finding us here on the Salve Athletics Network. Women's soccer in action at home earlier on today. They got the victory over these same Colonels on the women's side. 3-0 result there for Salve out on Reynolds Field. Senior day for the Seahawks there as well. They honored both the classes of 2021 and 2022. That is going to be the deal for a lot of teams this fall with so many graduate students. And we are ready to go. Alessandro Oggiano will be the one to start things off here at center field for Salve Regina. We get the ready for play, and away we go. Long line drive down the right side. Colonels gain control. Seahawks pressuring, and it will go back the way of the Colonels. You had Arpin and Borges both out there for Salve Regina. Ventura has it taken away from behind at midfield. Here go the Colonels. Looking to carry into the attacking end. Out high, Richard Silva. And he'll play it all the way across near side now. Laird Parker. Little backhand, back-footed pass. Picked off. Oggiano moves it into the middle. Manusis. Near side, Sam Winarski. Soft pass in the direction of Borges. Fed down the line. Casey Kelly back to retreat for Salve. And will turn and head upfield. Along the near side. His outlet broken up. Comes right back to Casey. Laird Parker, high and into the Seahawks end, right into the sun. Ventura trying to head it forward. Casey Kelly once again on the near side. Leaves it in space for Winarski, taken instead by Parker for the Colonels. Given back to Ventura, he'll now test the right side. Headed forward by the Colonels. Taken on the far side by Constantino. And then he has it squibbed away. Colonels will keep it in. Out to midfield. A little bit of a ragged start here. Borges tried to play it on a run to Mendez. Colonels near side now. Silva. Little give and go up the right side now. Giovanni Martins looks to roll it on the cage, and it's saved by Reed. Colonels at midfield. Long drive into the corner. And offsides called against the Colonels.
Does that count as like a foul?
Ogiano trying to head it forward. Let's see what the call is here. I think we have a foul here just over midfield against Curry. So they're driving it deep. They move it across now to Casey Kelly. Into the corner, Winarski. Looks to move it to the top of the box. Booted away by the Colonels out to midfield. Chip down the line. Casey Kelly racing back and keep it away from Richard Silva. And he'll play it back to Reed. Out to the far side, Costantino. Ogiano. Kelly near side. Manousis carries into space, now touches it in stride for Winarski. Dancing up the left-hand side, and then he's cut off, ridden off the ball. This will be last touched by Salve. That was a good play defensively there by Laird Parker. And a nice little give and go for the Seahawks. Manousis heads it across. Evan Arpin tied up for it. And the official, I think, made a call one way and now changes his mind. So this will be a foul against the Colonels. Costantino on the ground. Borges lost it. Colonel's back the other way. Costantino with the strong tackle. Pokes it out. Colonels will throw in from the far touchline. Deep on the left side. Headed into the corner and deflected off of Richard Silva and out of play. 39-12 and counting to go in the first half. No score and one shot. That belonging to the Colonels. Seahawks move it across the field. Winarski trying to get it to Ogiano, who can't settle it down, and it will bounce into the hands of Kyle Tremblay. He'll roll it out to the near side. Laird Parker. Casey Kelly intercepts it. Winarski back out into the middle. Ventura looking it around. Now chips it up the right side. Knocked away by the Colonels. Ryan Brady moves it left side. Pass up to the top of the box. Picked off by James Davies. On the ground, he's able to get it away to Borges. Touch back to Ventura. Now long up the right side and over the head of Arpin and out of play. Colonels quickly throw it back in. And the Colonels lost it out of play. Seahawks will throw in right at midfield on the far side. Given right away, fed up the field, deflected by Davies. Davies with it once again, looking straight into the sun. And Davies will play it back to Reed. Kelly. Long drive up the left side. Winarski sprinting for it, and a misplay here by the Colonels. Winarski trying to cross it. Menendez rolls it on the cage, and they score! A bit of a broken play.
Wait, so which number scored it? 11 assisted.
Winarski chasing that ball from Casey Kelly. It went off of the Colonel's back. He couldn't corral it. And then Winarski took it left side, fed it back out in front, and just an easy touch for Menendez. And that makes it 1-0 Salve Regina. Seahawks take the 1-0 lead. 5th goal of the year for Menendez. Second assist of the year for Winarski as well. Here come the Colonels. Here's a chance. Dancing out high with it is Santiago. He plays it left side, and that shot will go wide. Evan Lemon with the shot. Reed to kick it away. High floating kick. Ventura heads it over his head. Knocked forward by the Colonels. Seahawks leading 1-0. Brady up the left side, chased from behind, and a clean steal. A lot of contact there just inside the box. Here's a chip again for Winarski. And he's able to win it for a moment. Taken back, a lot of contact there. Winarski and Laird Parker tangling on that left side. Brady chips it. Casey Kelly feeds it into the corner to himself. Casey Kelly keeps on going. One-man show. Ventura again trying to get it to this left side onto the foot now of Jordan Borges. Wanted to get it to Ogiano. Deflects off of Winarski on the clearance. Colonels have to track it into the corner. Ogiano trying to jump in front of the pass. Seahawks intercept for a moment. And we have a whistle. I think going against Menendez, or maybe on that initial kick. It'll be a throw-in here on the near side. Casey Kelly loops it ahead. Headed back out towards midfield. Colonels. Now we'll play on back. Trying to jump the passing lane, Manusis, and he's called for the foul. Little give and go. Brady soft down the left side. Davies, though, will race back. He'll cut off the angle and watch it go out of play. And they're going to say that Borges touched it, I guess. The official pointed that way. They'll say this was last touched by the Seahawks, so a deep throw-in here for the Colonels. Looks to go short. Pooched out to the top of the box. Borges heads it out. Colonels try to get it back in quickly. That pass deflected on the spin. Took a favorable bounce for Curry. Held in out high. This one just floated towards the goal. Reed will field it after a bounce. High kick from Reed. Ventura trying to pull it down, and it goes off his foot directly out of play. 32:50 to go in the first. Seahawks leading 1-0. Here in this Commonwealth Coast Conference matchup with Curry College. Costantino trying to thread the needle on the throw-in. The ball takes a favorable bounce for Salve. Borges across to Manusis now. Left foot to Winarski. Dancing out high, cutting in from the right side, touched into the box and deflected out. Off the pass from Evan Arpin. Ventura back Arpin's way, trying to carry down the line. Angle cut off, ball fed out of play. I think this will just be a throw-in. No, it will not. Oh, it will be. A very deep throw-in. Thought it may have been a corner for a second. Right side. Looped in to Menendez. Trying to settle it down. Left it for the right side, and that shot deflected, and now a corner. It's Jordan Borges out there. His kick looped towards Ogiano, who heads it wide. Martins. Colonels keep it. Manusis trying to chase it down on the far side. Touches it. Menendez runs onto it. Stutter step on the far side. And he lost it out of play. Trying to go one-on-one with Jacob Champagne. There's the kick from Tremblay. Line drive to midfield. Turning is Brady. Up the left side, Silva. Chased by Costantino, who picks it away from behind. And they call Silva for a foul. So a foul called against Richard Silva. Seahawks will throw in from the far touchline. Costantino. Will throw in once again. Just off the end of his bench. Borges comes to get it. He sprints out of the double team. Ogiano out high, chipped all the way across to Manusis. Winarski spun off the ball. Colonels lifted out to midfield. Casey Kelly intercepts to keep it in. Chips it back to Borges near side. His right-footed kick is deflected. He's able to corral it and keep on going. Now works his way into space. Borges wanted to strike it on the net. Pulled from behind, and a foul, and maybe a card. Just a foul. The official reached for his pocket for a moment. So just a foul here. This one about 28 yards away from the goal. Shaded to the left. You got Ogiano and Borges out there. Now in the first half, right now Kyle Tremblay has one thing going for him, that the sun is not in his eyes. That'll become a factor in the second half on any free kicks like this. Going the other way. Ogiano fakes the kick. Now Borges with the drive. Deflected, fell into the hands and deflected out. So a corner. So Borges' kick saved by Tremblay. And now a corner for the Seahawks, and it will be Borges in the corner left side. Swings the right leg. Driven to the far post over the head of Ogiano. And the ball will get out of play and go back to the Colonels. .26:35 to go in the first half. I think we may have another foul. We do. So another foul against the Colonels. Casey Kelly trying to thread the needle. That one deflected back. Menendez. His pass is intercepted. Brady on the run. Played into space, and Casey Kelly there to move it back. Ventura. Fed up the right side. Running onto this is Arpin. Sprinting toward the cage. Left-footed kick is blocked. Colonels now look to respond quickly. Ball hopped up the near side, and Reed will grab it. 25-13. And counting to go in the first half. 1-0 Seahawks lead. Ventura. Back on to Davies. Casey Kelly again on the near side. Watched by Martins. Winarski. Onside up the left side. Looks to cross it in front. Had Ogiano running to the net. Ventura. Not able to keep it in at midfield. Here comes Ryan Brady. Brady. Working against Davies. Davies cuts him off. And then a whistle here against the Colonels. Once again. Ryan Brady this time whistled for the foul. Colonels racking up the fouls. Kelly plays it across. Costantino. Borges. Sends it long for Winarski. Corner of the box left side. Winarski not able to make the move there. Strong defensive play made by Laird Parker. And we'll get our first subs of the game. And that'll be Winarski coming out for Salve. And that'll be Ethan David coming in for his spot. And Kelly throws it to him, and it will ricochet off his knee and out of play. Colonels get it back with 23-23 and counting to go in the first half. Andrew Pizzelli here bringing you the call. Seahawks with the 1-0 lead. Menendez, 4th goal of the season. The lone tally so far. David. Near side. Ogiano trying to turn with it, and once again, Seahawks trying to go that same move, that little pivot, and this time Morgan Estrella there to take it away. And then I think a foul here out near midfield against the Seahawks, and the Colonels will play quick. Here's Parker looking to drive it on the net, and Reed out to save it. Casey Kelly. Back to James Davies. Long now for Kelly. And he'll just spin it with the left foot out into the attacking end. No one there for Salve. So Tremblay will grab it and lob it out. Kept in by Martins. Parker. Pressured from behind. He stepped out. Good pressure there from Zeke Menendez, the goal scorer. And he will check out now. Nick Diamond coming on for him. Ogiano trying to spin through the double team. Knocked free. Out at midfield. Colonels with it. Arpin from behind. A lot of hand fighting. And it's called now against the Seahawks. Both teams racking up the fouls. There was a stretch of no calls. And now we're getting every little bit of contact, maybe just to simmer things down so that tempers don't flare. Here's Diamond. Right side for Arpin. Diamond able to win it back. Martins for the Colonels. Taken away. Borges wanted to get it back to Diamond. Manusis fires it up the left side. Ogiano trying to touch it to himself and then booted out by the Colonels. Casey Kelly quickly to throw back in. Manusis back to Kelly. Kelly spins it on the goal off of the hands of Tremblay. Loose in the box, and the Seahawks can't get to it. So a save there for Tremblay off the shot from Kelly. Colonels escape that little sequence without surrendering another goal. Manusis chips it in, headed by Diamond, and saved by Tremblay. And a foul against the Colonels. Right along the far touchline in front of the Seahawks bench. Driven towards Ogiano, who heads it wide. .19:05 to go. Ball up the right side. This one on the net and saved by Tremblay. Seahawks now starting to generate some shots. That was Arpin once again. And a foul here against the Seahawks. And now this is that little bit of danger spot. It'll be a long kick. And they won't drive it deep. Instead, they'll just play it back. Had an opportunity there with Reed staring into the sun to try and kick that one right on goal. Borges. Long for Ogiano trying to stay onside. He corrals it. Touches it back to David. Ogiano into the box left side. With the left foot, spins it on the goal. Rings it off the far post and in. Alessandro Ogiano with the strong shot. And it's 2-0 Salve. And we'll give you a look at the replay. Off the hands of Tremblay. He made the save. Just could not keep it from trickling past his hands and into the goal. Seventh goal of the season for Ogiano, who came into today ranked third in the conference in goals and points. Seahawks lead 2-0. Borges touches it right side. Colonels will run it out of the box. As I said at the top of the broadcast, Salve 14-0-2 in their last 16 CCC contests. 2-0 this year. They didn't drop a conference match in the regular season in 2018 or 2019, and they're still the defending champs. No games last year. 16-14 to go. Colonels with the ball. Had a couple of chances early and on Reed. The Seahawk offense, though, tough to handle once it gets into gear. Subs coming on now for the Colonels. Seahawks first in goals scored and goal differential in the CCC. 19th in the nation in goal differential. And since they started playing here at Toppa Field, this home has been very good to them. Claimed the conference title on this pitch in 2019. Costantino heads it out towards Borges, deflects Ogiano in towards Ventura. Picked away from him, and now Santiago up the left side, intercepted by Costantino. And he will walk it forward through midfield with no pressure. Trying to get it back to Borges, deflected out by the Colonels. Seahawks will throw in from the far touchline. .36 and counting to go in the first half. Ball got behind Martins. Colonels turning at midfield with it. Lucas Drons. That pass off the mark. Looking for Laird Parker. Seahawks will throw in from the near side. Casey Kelly. We'll wait for some subs here. John Reichert checking into the game. Kelly throwing it for Borges. And they'll say last touch by Estrella. That looked like it went off Borges, but I think the official could have easily called the foul as well. Reed runs out to boot it out to midfield. Diamond in the direction of Ogiano. Just plays it forward into space. Chips it forward right side. Back to Ogiano now. Walking into the middle. And he has it taken away from behind. Reichert cuts that off. Can't keep it in play. But a good move there by Reichert to keep it away from Justin Santiago. David will watch it sail out. Casey Kelly to throw in from the near touchline with 12:49 and counting to go in the first half. And a foul here against the Colonels. Kick from Borges. Driven into the box right side. Headed on the goal off Ogiano. Wanted to get it back right in front again. But it'll go wide. Had Kuros ranging there. If it could have found his head, he could have put it in the back of the net. And we could have seen the ever elusive double assist. Costantino headed back by the Colonels. Seahawks will kick it out. Colonels throw in from the far side. Davies heads it. Martins trying to jump for it. Cut off by Reichert. Out of Santiago's range. Spun up the left side. Colonels will keep it in. Played up to the top of the box. Santiago tripped up, lost it. Loose on the ground, and Kuros will come away with it. Easily could have had a call there. None comes. And the Seahawks will play out. Richard Savage as well had an opportunity in that sequence. Kuros through midfield, lost the ball. Patrick Sullivan tripped up before he could go any further with it. Ogiano got twisted down. Martins. Kuros trying to get it out to Diamond. Fed out and caught on the Seahawks bench. Great hands there by Jonathan DaCosta. Seahawks toss in right in front of their bench. Costantino gives it away. Near side, Martins. Angling through midfield. His pass deflected. Davies touches it forward. Borges up the right side. Ogiano able to run onto it, and his pass given away, but then lost out of play off the foot of Jacob Champagne. 9:29 to go in the first. Salve leading 2-0. Goals from Zeke Menendez and Ogiano. Parker. Touch across to the far side. Driven into the box. Reed aggressively coming out. Not sure if that was Reed or Davies who got a piece of that cross. Was into a crowd. Reichert. Up the right side. And Casey Lang able to force the ball out of play. Last touch by the Colonels. Seahawks will throw in from the far side. Costantino right off the end of the Seahawks bench. Lobs it into the corner. Diamond out there. Last touch by Curry. Now Lang will throw in from the corner. Borges back to Lang. Left-footed kick. Driven all the way across the field. David will run onto it. Stumbling, pushed from behind. And the ball will belong to the Seahawks. David will throw in from the near corner left side. Ball out to Casey Kelly. Borges to Reichert. Wanted to move it to the top of the box. Ogiano trying to settle it down. And amongst three Colonels. And that's the type of attention that Alessandro Ogiano is going to get. Casey Kelly. And a foul here against the Colonels. Kelly trying to sprint through and carry that ball past Isaiah Harris-Wolf. Kuros. Borges. Sends it all the way across. Headed away from Lang. Ball rolling out to midfield. Taken by Patrick Sullivan. Sullivan. Battling in the corner is Harris-Wolf. Picked up by Costantino now. Wolf carries into the box. Working his way out high. Knocked off the ball by Davies. And he will walk it away from trouble. Played into space towards Ogiano. Colonel's trying to fire it back in quickly. Corner left side. Savage. All the way out wide around Costantino. Over the end line. This will be a throw-in deep on the left side. And instead, they'll just play it in. That one driven on the net. And Reed up there, two deflected away. Off the kick from Savage. That one right up at the crossbar. And now a corner here for Curry. That's Patrick Sullivan who will take it. Boots it away, far bar. Casey Kelly heads it out onto the wing. Colonel's trying to track it down, but Lang sprints out there to keep it in for Salve. Feeds it up the line. Diamond. And it will belong to the Seahawks. 4:51 to go in the first half. Seahawks leading 2-0. Menendez and Ogiano the goal scorers for Salve Regina. Kuros. Back to Reichert. Borges. Dancing out high. Carries to the 18, now into the wing. Kuros. Looks to chip it inside to David, and that pass too far. Out to grab it is Tremblay. Good action and movement there, though, from the Seahawks. Costantino trying to deflect it away from Harris Wolf. Colonels play into the corner. Savage and Davies. Savage can't keep it in. And this will be a kick for Reed. 3:39 to go in the first. 2-0 Salve Regina. Reed's kick headed by Borges. Curo's in there as well. Reichert will lift it high to the far side. Lang waiting for it. Harris Wolf. And it'll deflect off the Colonels and out of play. Other action in the CCC today for men's soccer. Suffolk and Western New England tied at the half, 1-1. Other games on the docket, Wentworth at UNE at 5:30. Roger Williams and Endicott up in Beverly at 7 o'clock. And also up on the North Shore, Nichols will travel to Gordon. This one crossed towards Curo's direction, but Tremblay will field it. Two minutes to go in the first half. 2-0 Salve Regina. Curos can't hold it in at midfield. Here come the Colonels. Savage patiently left side, trying to sprint around Costantino now. Ball poked out of play. And this will be a corner. Corner here for the Colonels. Patrick Sullivan out in the corner, left side. Waiting to kick it away with the right foot. Out high, loose on the ground. Top of the 18 now. And the Seahawks will reorganize the defense. McGonigal has his shot picked right off his foot by Casey Kelly. Kelly trying to squib it forward.
1 minute.
Given back to Curos now for Salve. And they will call the foul here against Salve with 48 seconds to go. Free kick right near midfield. Laird Parker. And they'll touch it back to him now. Declan Foley the one moving it to him. Here's McGonigal. Ball loose to the 18. Drons couldn't get the shot away. Driven on the goal. Hopped off Reed. Deflects off his hands. He made the save. Another corner. That was Savage with the shot. And looking to play quickly here on the corner. Sullivan drives it over the goal and wide. And that'll do it for the first half. So some good pressure there at the end from the Colonels, but not able to find the back of the net. Salve, goals from Menendez and Ogiano. They will lead 2-0 here at the break. We will step aside and be back with the call of the second half. You're watching Commonwealth Coast Conference action on the Salve Athletics Network. We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Craig O'Rourke, the head men's soccer coach of Salve Regina men's soccer. For those of you wondering, Salve Regina men's soccer has risen to national prominence over the last few seasons. Our combined record over the last 2 years of playing is 30 wins, 5 losses, and 7 draws. In both years, we were regionally ranked, and in 2018, we rose in the national rankings, culminating in a number 14 position in one of the national polls. During the last 3 seasons, we've had 4 players named All-American, and each year we've had multiple players being named All-Region, and in 2018 we led the entire country with 5 All-Region selections. We are back-to-back Commonwealth Coast Conference regular season champions, and in 2019 we earned the conference's automatic bid to the NCAA. We are always aggressively looking to bring in new talent, and we are looking for technically capable and tactically aware players who are capable of doing our vision across all 3/3 of the field, dependent upon time and score. Any prospective student athlete that is interested in contacting me and sending us information as well as film should email me directly at craig.o'rourke@salve.edu. If you didn't get that email address, don't worry. Just go on the Salve Athletics website and all of my contact information can be found on there, as well as a great deal about the team, including schedule, roster, and team information. Any questions, feel free to email me and get in touch with us, and we will get back to you. It's a point of pride for the entire coaching staff that we respond to every email that comes to our office. Thank you, and best of luck in soccer.
Resolutions for 2021 are to continue to see our student athletes excel in the classroom, continue to be strong community members reaching out to others, for us to see more of our family, friends, and alumni, and to give every student athlete a chance to win a championship. I wear this so that I remember what our true potential is. Our main goal is to be together in person, cheering on our Seahawks as they compete. Each one will have an opportunity to win a championship and have personal bests. In 2021, I hope to see you here cheering on our Seahawks. Stay well, be healthy, go Seahawks.
Hello, I'm Craig O'Rourke, the head men's soccer coach of Salve Regina men's soccer. For those of you wondering, Salve Regina men's soccer has risen to national prominence over the last few seasons. Our combined record over the last 2 years of playing is 30 wins, 5 losses, and 7 draws. In both years, we were regionally ranked, and in 2018, we rose in the national rankings, culminating in a number 14 position in one of the national polls. During the last 3 seasons, we've had 4 players named All-American, And each year we've had multiple players being named All-Region, and in 2018 we led the entire country with 5 All-Region selections. We are back-to-back Commonwealth Coast Conference regular season champions, and in 2019 we earned the conference's automatic bid to the NCAA. We are always aggressively looking to bring in new talent, and we are looking for technically capable and tactically aware players who are capable of doing our vision across all 3/3 of the field, dependent upon time and score. Any prospective student athlete that is interested in contacting me and sending us information as well as film should email me directly at craig.o'rourke@salve.edu. If you didn't get that email address, don't worry. Just go on the Salve Athletics website, and all of my contact information can be found on there, as well as a great deal about the team, including schedule, roster, and team information. Any questions, feel free to email me and get in touch with us, and we will get back to you. It's a point of pride for the entire coaching staff that we respond to every email that comes to our office. Thank you, and best of luck in soccer.
Welcome back to Toppa Field, start of the second half between Salve Regina and Curry. The Seahawks leading 2-0 here in this Commonwealth Coast Conference matchup. Seahawks will move left to right here in the second half in their home whites with the blue and green letters and numbers. The Curry Colonels in their road purple uniforms with the white numbers and trim moving right to left. And now the Colonels keeper, Kyle Tremblay, he'll have to deal with that setting sun. We'll see if that comes into play at all. Seahawks leading 2-0. Goals from Zeke Menendez and Alessandro Oggiano in that first half. Teams close in shots, 8-7 in favor of the Seahawks, 5-4 shots on goal advantage as well for Salve. A 3-2 edge in corners, though, for the Colonels. Seahawks trying to improve to 15-0-2 in their last 17 CCC contests. The reigning champs as well. Ranked 6th in the region by the United Soccer Coaches earlier this week. Throw in here for Casey Kelly. He moves it into the near side. Kelly with the return. Drives it on the goal over the hands of Tremblay and fed out of play. So a shot there for Casey Kelly, saved by Tremblay. Kelly scored his first goal of the season against Fitchburg. Arpin trying to play it inside to Oggiano. That's knocked away. Borges, right side. Dancing down the line, drives it high and wide. Into the corner, Winarski will keep it alive. Spun back in front, headed by Oggiano wide. Good pressure here to start the half from the Seahawks, so no complacency, even with the 2-0 lead. As I said, they were ranked 6th in the region, moving up 2 spots. But head coach Kirk O'Rourke said, this is just a snapshot. It's 1 point in the season and nothing more than the collective opinion from a panel of coaches. What matters is not having your name in the polls during the season. What really matters is the quality of football that you're producing throughout the season and into the postseason. That has to continue to be our roster's focus as we move deeper and deeper into conference play this season. So, it's always nice, happy to be ranked, but it doesn't do anything for you on the field. Casey Kelly sprinting back and is able to keep this one in play. Given right back to the Colonels, deflected. Colonels keep it in. And Martins can't hold it on the far side. Seahawks will throw in from the far touchline. Foul here against the Colonels. Rolled for Reichert. Kelly. Borges. Wanted to get it to Winarski. Casey Kelly. Floats it in. Menendez wanted to turn and run with it. It's deflected out. That could have gone either way. Seahawks will throw it in once again. Casey Kelly from in front of the Colonels bench. Looked Borges' way. Now tosses in once again to Menendez along the far touchline, and this time it will go out of play. Last touch by the Seahawks. Giovanni Martins defending out there against Menendez. who now corrals it at midfield. Looks to turn and head up the field. Dribbling through a crowd. Able to touch it to the line. Winarski couldn't carry it in. Poked out by the Colonels. Throw in from the far corner left side. Winarski. Lob to Borges. Martins pokes it out. Winarski will toss it in again. Right back to Borges. Picked up by Martins. Winarski along the far touchline. And the Seahawks are called offside. Headed by Kelly. Menendez picks it out of the air. Tangled up with Ryan Brady. And the foul will go against the Colonels. A lot of fouls this game, both ways. 15 fouls in the game, 10 against the Colonels. 5 against Salve. Actually, make that 11 against the Colonels now. So 16 fouls in the game. Only one has really given the opportunity for a set play, though. And that was the Colonels' advantage. Costantino along the near touchline. Lobs too high for Ogiano. Manusis. Declan Foley moves it ahead. And the foul against Costantino. Too physical with Ryan Brady. Moved quickly by Savage. Offsides are the Colonels. Seahawks were letting that ball go by. Racing in was Lucas Drons. Trying to make the hustle play, but he's the one called offside. Here comes the kick from Nathan Reed. Over midfield. Headed forward by Borges. Savage plays it back. Out to midfield off of Brady. Manusis deflected it back into his defensive third. Nearly taken away, and Costantino races out. And they'll say that he was able to deflect it off of the Colonels. Ogiano. Return from Menendez. Borges all the way across. Winarski sprinting down the left side. Trying to turn back to the right foot. And this will be a goal kick. (36-26). Salve still with the 2-0 lead. Ogiano moves it out high to Borges. Tripped up, run off the ball. Brady looking around. Actually make that Santiago. And it deflects back to Arpin. Manusis. Back to Arpin. Touched into space right side. Sprinting with Savage for it. Into the corner. Savage runs into the official. This will be a foul against Arpin. Way deep in the corner. Reichert twisting and turning, trying to get it away from Santiago, and Brady is the one who comes up with it here for the Colonels. Martins and Reichert nearly collide, trying to get it back to Martins on the inside. Ball at the 18, loose. And a foul here. And this looks to be just outside the 18. So a foul here against the Seahawks. And right now they got 5 guys set up in a wall. Well, they'll move them back. Colonels gather Santiago, Martins, and Brady up in the area of the ball. And you see how you play this. Reed looking around. Seahawks have 5 guys: Ogiano, Menendez, Manusis, Costantino, and Davies. Seahawks trying to argue that they should be able to move forward a little bit, and the officials trying to get this right and want to be 10 yards off the ball. We've seen some of them even use little fake paint or just temporary paint. There's only Santiago out there right now at the ball, which is sitting 19 yards away, dead center. He'll drive it. It'll deflect off the wall. Savage trying to turn with it. He has the rebound. So a blocked shot from Santiago. Squibbed out of play. And the Seahawks dodge that one. Colonels play back to the keeper, nearly given away to Menendez. That was dangerous. Declan Foley was just letting it go back to Tremblay. 32:58 to go in the second. 2-0 Seahawk lead. Borges lost it. Touched into space, and Reed will come out and grab it and settle things down here. Good crowd here at Toppa Field. It was good at Reynolds Field as well. Fans lining the field out on campus for the women's match. They won 3-0 in that game versus the Colonels, senior day. Goals in that game from Olivia Picard and 2 goals from Erin Harnish. Another shutout for Georgia Drake. Davies up the middle. Menendez. A lot of contact at the 18. Borges comes away with it, dribbling through a crowd. Lost the ball. Winarski trying to poke it to himself, can't keep it in. Reichert sprinting with Brady. Ball down the line left side. Menendez stride for stride trying to win it back. That was a good hustle by Declan Foley. Players spill out 26 yards away. As Manusis and Lucas Durans Physical play. And they'll call the brush foul here against the Seahawks. Now is Arpin on the way by. Last time it was Santiago out there, and they will leave him out there now to kick, sending Richard Silva away. Santiago does have 4 assists on the year. 3-man wall. Low kick just inside the box, deflected by the Seahawks, and then fired back across the field. .29:09 to go. Kelly. Reichert runs over his man, can't get to the ball. Manusis. This one juggled up the right side, thrown in front, blocked in front. Costantino there, saving his keeper.
Does that still count as a shot? It's getting chaotic.
Nathan Costantino. Good positioning there. Saved what could have been a goal. This one angled on the goal. Tremblay gathers, rolls it out past Arpin. Collected on the near side by Connor McCann. Savage to Brady. Brady able to get his way around Manusis. Silva. A little behind the back. McCann spinning at the corner of the box. Chased out wide. Now looks to throw it on the goal. In front, sliding. Not able to feed it on the goal was Martins. Driven back in front again. Loose near Silva. Third time is squibbed off the foot of a Colonel player out wide. Seahawks lift it long and deep. Best scoring chances of the day for the Colonels here in this last little sequence. Savage. And it goes off of Silva's foot. And he kicks it against the fence in frustration. Colonels with the good pressure. Borges tied up, lost the ball. Here comes McCann. Stop and start. Brady looking to navigate the left side. Nearly lost it from behind. Now looks to fire in front. Headed on the goal and saved by Reed. Giovanni Martins with the great header. But Reed makes the save. Keeps this a 2-goal game. Here comes Martins again. Constant pressure here from the Colonels. That one out of the reach of Silva. Reed will hold here. 26 minutes to go in the second half. Long and deep off the foot of Reed. Bounced out to midfield. Played on the back foot and taken by Costantino. He'll feed it across the field. Casey Kelly runs onto it. Sends it down the line. Ogiano sprinting to it, but Tremblay will run out and get there first. Santiago. Chipped into the corner. Silva Looking to turn, has Casey Kelly in front of him, stride for stride. Still able to get it on the net. And another one saved by Reed. Taking it away from Richard Silva. David moved back to Casey Kelly in front of his bench. Davies loops it ahead. This one on the run. Reed will run out to get it. And he's run into. May have caught a foot up high. Coming in to check on him, I think that's Brady. Brady and Reed colliding there. And I think as Brady tried to go over the top, he caught Reed in the face. Nothing malicious there, just an aggressive play. And immediately Brady turned to check on Reed. Oh, I think he's just got a bloody nose now from taking a cleat to the nostril. So we will take a quick break. Timeout on the field. 24:32 to go in the second half. Seahawks leading 2-0 here. You're watching Commonwealth Coast Conference action on the Salve Athletics Network. We'll be back. Welcome back to Toppa Field. 24:32 to go here in the second. Seahawks leading 2-0 over the Colonels. Nathan Reed perfectly fine. Head athletic trainer David Cox just tending to a bloody nose and maybe a cut on the cheek. There's a collision between him and Ryan Brady going for a loose ball, and Brady went over the top and I think probably just clipped Reed on the face. And so we will start things here again. Now, this is always, when things like this happen in games, these little stoppages, this usually favors the team that's down. Colonels have been pressing heavily. Seahawks have to be sharp here out of this little stoppage. Reed's kick ricochets off of Borges. Colonels move it forward. Davies gets it up to Arpin. He retreats now back to Costantino. Manusis. Santiago couldn't fully control it. Ogiano side-footed, intercepted by Martins. And here come the Colonels now. Sullivan up the right side. Drives it high on the cage and wide. Goal kick here for Reed. Just over midfield. Refs let them play a little bit off that loose ball. Here comes McCann. Wide left side. Trying to get around Costantino. Touches it into the middle. Santiago now all the way across the right side to Sullivan. Martins. Lost the ball. Ran into Casey Kelly. Martins, though, able to steal it back. Casey Kelly then pulls him right off the ball. Casey Kelly will throw in from the far touchline. Ogiano. Deflected out. Kelly will throw in once again at midfield, right in front of the scores table. 22:09 to go in the second. Third time's the charm here for Casey Kelly. He'll throw in just over midfield. Lobbed again into the corner for Ogiano. This time he's able to corral it, but he's out of play. Actually, they'll call him for the foul. Tries to jump in the way of this. Santiago chipped away from him. Winarski wanted to move it up the field, picked off by Savage. Costantino along for Menendez. Can't carry it away from Savage. Winarski and him tangle, and it will go off of the Seahawks and out of play. Quickly thrown back in. McCann for the Colonels. Brady. Savage. Touch to McCann. Back to Savage. Fires it near the box. Back out high now. Midfield, Brady. Long kick from Champagne. Costantino watches it sail out. Seahawks will throw in. 2-0 with 20:41 to go here in the second. James Bruno into the game here for the Seahawks, taking out Menendez. Too high for Winarski. Colonels throw it back in. Ogiano trying to keep it away from Savage. Two of them collide. Winarski just feeds it out of play to slow things up. Throw in for Savage, deep on the left side. Along the near touchline. Bruno. Kuros. Want to get it to David. Ball looped to Martins on the far side. Him and Casey Kelly angle each other away from it, and it'll lapse, be touched by the Colonels. Martins had the best scoring chance for the Colonels so far here in this second half. Man of the game overall. And a great header. Holds with the 18, and this could be a foul here against Salve. So let's see where they put this. And yeah, the official has that little fake, sorry, not fake paint, temporary paint The paint is real. And he's going to set up the Seahawks again. They'll put a 5-man wall 10 yards away from Ryan Brady. Offset to the right, 26 yards away. Brady's kick high and wide. Reed with the kick. Deflects away from Ogiano. Bruno able to keep it in. And now he'll sprint ahead. Into the box. Poked free from him. Crashing in was Ogiano. And I think a knee-to-knee collision. Ogiano came racing in to get to that loose ball. He's shaken up, as is a player for the Colonels. And you never want to see that. And they both ran right into each other. I think that's Sullivan. So head athletic trainer David Cox out to 10 to the two of them. We will step aside. 17-18 to go in the second of what's been a physical game. Seahawks leading 2-0. We'll be back. Welcome back to the field. Ogiano able to walk off under his own power. I'd expect his day to be done. Sullivan able to get up and get off the field as well. It's been a physical game. A lot of fouls. That time, that was just two players making an aggressive play for the ball. 17:05 to go. Out of another stoppage. Savage near side. Seahawks are actually getting outshot in this game, 13-11. Shots even in shots on goal, 6-6. 4 saves in the game for Tremblay, 6 for Nathan Reed. $21 fouls in the game. Casey Kelly from midfield. And Tremblay will hold that. Kuros Tried to head it to Nolan Pina. David on a run. Seahawks can't get it to him. Martins. Chip to the far touchline. And offside called here against the Colonels, who had a little something going there on the give and go with Silva and Brady. Kelly shields his man to let it go by. More subs coming here for the Seahawks. Borges and Arpin back onto the field. Savage nearly stolen by Arpin. Squibbed it away, and Tremblay out to field it. Savage on the bounce near side. Has Brady to his left. Savage chips it that way. Brady waiting. We're going to cross it in front. Deflected and taken by Casey Kelly. Borges. Chip back to Davies. Near side Arpin. Kuros. And they foul here at midfield. Martinez. Casey Kelly peels it right off the foot, but steps out of play. Lifts it out of play, actually. But again, a strong move from Casey Kelly. Took it away from Nick Corso, right off his foot. Ball out to midfield, Kuros. Here's Pina. Drives it high and wide. Excuse me, that was James Bruno. Able to get in behind that back line of the Colonels. There's a good chance for James Bruno. Who does not have a goal yet this season. Tremblay. Nearly taken by Danny Bond at midfield. Borges to Arpin near side. Bruno in the middle. And he has it taken away by McCann. Martins chased by Borges. Two of them check each other. And the Colonels play it back. Kick from Tremblay. Headed forward. Bond fires it out of play. 12:08 and counting to go here in the second half. Seahawks leading 2-0. Casey Kelly couldn't get the pass away. Bond and Silva collide. Silva quickly throws in. McGonigal in the corner. Ball out of play, and last touch by the Colonels. 11:37 and counting. Reed taking his time. His kick to midfield. Brady there first for the Colonels, sends it across. Casey Kelly will watch it sail out of play, and he will throw in from in front of the Seahawks bench. Costantino. Arpin near side, working against Savage. Kuros into the corner. Bruno with space along the end line. Ball knocked out of play. Seahawks will throw in. Arpin deep in the near side corner. On the bounce to Kuros. Back to Arpin. Looks to settle it down. Martins knocks it out of play. Arpin will throw in once again. In the corner right side. Bounced out high. Bond, kind of shaded by the official. Floats it left side into Winarski's corner. He'll sprint out there with Nick Corso. And this will belong to the Colonels with 9:56 and counting to go in the second half. Seahawks leading 2-0. Turn back over. Bruno tried to turn towards the net. Winarski pokes it back into the corner. Bruno will run onto it. Able to feed it through the legs of Corso. Right along the end line. Winarski came crashing in. Last touch by Curry. And we'll get Ethan David returning to the game now. Thrown into Borges. Just inside the box. Ball knocked away from him. Corso looking to get it out to midfield. Intercepted by Bond. Bond dribbling forward into a crowd. Lost it. Borges. Left side. Sends it all the way across the field to Arpin. Arpin. One-on-one in the corner. Turns to the inside. Keeps on going. Knocked off the ball. Taken by Santiago. Out to McGonigal near side. McCann can't hold on to it. And Bond pokes it back to Arpin. Lost out of play. Colonels to throw in. 8:38 to go. Over the head of Costantino. And they will call a foul here. So they'll call the foul. Walking it forward. Savage. Last touched by Salve. Kuros poking it away from McCann. Throw in from the corner left side. McGonigal bounces away from him. Loose and fired wide by Silva. Reed with 7:40 and counting. Kicks it away. Over the head of Menendez. David heads it to Winarski left side. Declan Foley back there. And it will be last touched by him. And this is going to be a corner. So Borges in the corner left side. Seahawks send David out as the short man. Here's the kick. Way into the near corner. And no chance for a play there for Salve. .6:45 and counting. Waiting the kick from Kyle Tremblay. Low line drive. Seahawks head it forward. Winarski. And Corso. Tied up on the far side. This will go the way of the Colonels. Bond able to deflect it. Chips it up the right side for Arpin. Looks to spin it in front. Arpin couldn't have the angle to the net. Colonel's there to knock it away. Good defense on the inside there by Champagne. Foul here against the Seahawks just at midfield. That draws the ire of head coach Craig O'Rourke II. Here's the long kick on the ground at the 18. Colonels can't get to it to get a shot away. Casey Kelly booms it back down the field and out of play. .5:14 to go. Brady tied up with Winarski. Champagne sends it into the corner right side. Owen Bynum heading it forward, and then a foul here against the Colonels with 4.5 minutes to play. Seahawks leading 2-0. Borges. Left side, Winarski throws it on the cage and he scores! Just a little pocket pass from Borges. Winarski able to get his left foot on it. Sneaks it by Tremblay. And the Seahawks lead 3-0. And we'll give you a look at the replay. Just a little soft pass, and that able to get in behind the defense. Winarski got to it. And that could be the cherry on top here for Salve. 4:08 to go. 3-0 the score.
Scored by number 11, Sam Winarski. Assisted by number 24, Jordan Borges.
Borges stepped out with it. 3 different goal scorers. Menendez in the 8th, Ogiano in the 27th, and here in the 86th, Sam Winarski, who's got a goal and assist here today. And he's been strong up that left side. Silva drives this one on the cage, trying to sneak it in. Reed gets a piece of it to deflect it out of play on a long-distance try from Richard Silva. Corner kick here. Sullivan. Actually, that was Brady out there once again. Brady now with the try. Throws it on the goal, and he scores! So he was in that corner because with Sullivan hurt, he had to take it. And then just off of a little rebound, the Colonels get the goal back on the strong strike from Ryan Brady. And we'll give you a second look at that one. It's a perfectly placed ball. That makes it 3-1 with 2:39 to play.
10, Richard Silva.
2:20 to go. Seahawks with possession. Arpin tosses it in the direction of David, trying to carry through a crowd. Colonels with it. Intercepted by Costantino. Arpin flicks it over his head. Now tries to track it down. David. Back to Arpin in the corner. Working against Savage. Touches it to the top of the box. No one home for Salve. Colonel's off and running with it. Trailing by 2. With 99 seconds to go. Here's Brady, who just scored. Poked away by Bond. Thrown in here by Nick Norman. Brady cannot keep it in. And the Colonels will turn it over with 1:23 to play. Costantino throws it in from the near side. Fed into the midfield by Estrella. Taken back by Borges, who will wait and find Arpin on the near side. In front, Diamond.
1 minute left in the period.
As we get the 1 minute announcement from Matt Hurd. Throw in for Arpin. Floats it lightly to Diamond. Back to Arpin. Wanted to cross it. Deflected out by the Colonels. And the Seahawks can take their time. Pressure from behind. Borges deflected out by McCann. Down to 30 seconds. Well, this was a hard-fought game. Colonels do spoil the shutout for Nathan Reed. Ryan Brady does that at the end here. David trying to spin away from 3 Colonels with 15 seconds. Seahawks were able to play with the lead, though.
9, 8, 7.
And the final countdown here. Borges sends it long and deep, and that will do it. Seahawks get a rousing hand here from their home crowd. A big Commonwealth Coast Conference victory here today. 3-0 in conference play, 7-3-1 overall now for Salve Regina on the season. And their streak of conference victories increases. 15-0-2 in their last 17 CCC contests now. So 2 years plus since they've been bested in conference play. Meanwhile, for Curry, they fall to 4-3-3, 0-2-1 in CCC play. Next up for the Colonels, they'll be at Leslie on October 4. That game slated for an 8 p.m. start. Next up for Salve, they'll be home versus Bridgewater on October 6th. That game scheduled for a 7 p.m. start right here on Toppa Field. What a gorgeous day we had here today in Newport. Seahawks sweep their home games here today. The women's team beats Curry 3-0. Salve Regina men take care of the Colonels here 3-1. Your final. Want to thank our entire staff and production crew, Moira Terrell, for helping to provide live statistics. Your camera person today has been Jenny Silva, and want to thank you all for joining and tuning in along with us. Once again, your final here today, Salve Regina 3, Curry College 1. I am Andrew Pizzelli. Have a good night, everyone.